Hi and welcome back. I hope you've managed to get a quick drink and a bit of recovery. What we're going to do now is we're going to take you through another resistance band workout, but this time it's going to be with the power band, so we don't need these mini bands anymore. The first thing we're going to do is get you ready for our first exercise, where we're going to take this power band and we're going to place it underneath the feet. So you step onto the band and I want you to bring your elbows just underneath your body, so underneath your hands, and then just be in an athletic stance. The first exercise we're going to be doing is a front squat with a lateral kick. And we're going to be doing this exercise for 45 seconds, and then again we'll be having 15 seconds off in between each one. Let's go! Front squat and then kick out towards the sides, and we're going to alternate that kick from side to side. Now the best thing about doing exercises like these is you start to develop some really strong leg muscles. Well, not only are we working through the top of the legs, but we're also pushing outwards to the side, which means that you're going to start to work the outsides of the butt cheeks, and you're going to get some strong, nicely toned legs as you're doing these ones. I love doing these band exercises because it's really easy, especially if you're going to travel around, that you can just grab a band and get a quick 10-minute workout in, just like we're doing today as well. Last just over 5 or 6 seconds to go. Keep that depth in the squat if you can. And last one, relax there. Now the next exercise we're going to be doing is a squat and press. So we're going to squat down again, but this time we're going to combine some upper body strength, pressing the band up above your head and then bring it back down. 45 seconds again on the clock. Let's go. So a deep squat, and this time the overhead press. Now the goal here is to develop not only just your leg muscles, but also your upper body as well. So every time that you push that band up above your body, you're also going to be strong for your shoulders, your chest muscles and some of your back muscles, but you're also starting to challenge your core muscles as well. Mainly because your legs and your arms are working, so therefore everything in the middle is going to have to brace itself and to keep working as well. Now just 15 seconds to go. Keep this speed up, and you're going to start to feel your heart rates coming up a little bit higher too. Last 5 seconds, keep that depth in the squat, then reach your arms up high and relax there. Next what we're going to do is we're going to take the arms to the floor, and we're going to work a bit more of the upper body. We're going to loop the band around the feet, sitting up nice and tall, and we are going to be doing a seated row. Okay, so straighten through your spine, elbows close to your ribs, and pull them backwards. As you're doing this exercise, I want you to always think about maybe a bit of string coming up from the top of your head to the ceiling, so you maintain in this nice straight position. And you can see I've got a slight bend in my knees, and that just helps keep my knees soft, so that when I'm pulling, I've got the option of just moving if I need to my feet at any time. Keep this going, be strong. Think about your elbows just brushing past your ribs so they stay quite close to the body as well. It's a strength exercise, focusing on the back muscles. The last 5 seconds coming down soon. Let's keep it strong. Every repetition counts here. Be strong as you pull these in and relax. Okay, next we're going to keep your feet on the bottom of the band, but only on one part of it. And the rest of the band, what we're going to do is we're going to put it up and reach it over your neck. What we're going to do is I'm just going to hold the sides of the band just to the side so it's comfortable. And we're going to do a deadlift. I want you to think about your hips moving backwards as you lean forwards. Let me move sideways so you can see that the weight of my hips moves backwards, and that helps me maintain this hinge position. Looking down towards the floor, try and keep the spine nice and straight. Think about your hips moving backwards as you bow forwards. Now you can use as much resistance in the arms as you need to, so you can be pulling the band just up a little bit, just to give you a little bit of a workout for the arms as well. But if you feel comfortable, you can reach down a little bit more, and taking up that slack in the band is just going to challenge you. Last repetition, good work. Okay, now from the same position again, what we're going to do is we're going to reach the band up overhead and bring my grip a little bit closer this time. And then from this position, I'm going to have an athletic stance, and I'm going to do a small circle around my body. Now this is called a halo. The whole goal here is to work on your core stability. So getting your arms to move up and around your head in a nice circle action is really going to start to challenge how you're bracing your core. So trying to keep your knees in a slight bend and just rotate around so it's a nice steady movement. Now let's change direction as we get to halfway through that timer. As you start to reach your arms around the body, you're starting to develop that core muscle. So you're looking for a bit of mobility in the upper back, but also the sides, your obliques, all the abdominal muscles are all working at the same time as well. Good, last 5 seconds. Good, and relax there. Let's bring the arms down. What we're going to do this time is we're going to position the band, so I'm holding both ends, and I'm going to put one foot directly over the top. What we're going to do this time is a single arm row, alternating. So I'm going to take this offset foot position, a slight bend in the knee, I'm going to pull one band in towards the bottom of my ribs, and then alternate that other side of the band. So I get both arms working. Now, we don't need to swap their legs, but if any time you were to do this a second time, I would recommend that you change the foot on the band as well. We're just going to keep going into a single leg position here. And just keep pulling it really close in towards your ribs as well. Good work. You're going to start to feel like your back muscles and your shoulder muscles are really starting to be tested when you're doing this one. And if you feel like you want a little bit more resistance, you could always put the second foot onto the band and just take a little bit more of the band down towards the floor. So it's in almost a flatter position, and then more of the strap is going to be braced in that way. Now, the next thing we're going to do is just lengthen the band a little bit more. I'm going to bring my hands close together. We're going to do an upright row. So with just the forefoot on top of the band, this time the elbows come up high as we bring the band up towards your chin. Athletic stance, let's lift that band high. As you're doing this exercise, it's quite a tough one on the arms again. So you can feel that we started with a fair bit of leg exercises. Now what we're doing is we're working up the body into your back, and we've soon got coming up some of our chest muscles as well. Bands are really great for working the whole body, so we can really work up or down the body in any order that we wanted to do. You could even repeat these exercises and do them several times. Maybe repeat the whole workout, so we could do the mini bands and then the power bands and then back and forwards again as well. The last 10 seconds, keep those elbows coming up high. Keep being strong as you pull up towards your chin. Elbows are always going to be the highest point, and relax there. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to set you up for doing some boxing work. So I'm going to place the band behind, and what I'm going to do is just place my elbows in between the two sections of the band. So you can see it's just braced around behind me. Now from here, I'm going to take a nice fighting position, so an offset foot position, and I'm going to punch one arm and then the other. Now just keep throwing these punches. I want you to, instead of be smiling now, I want you to grimace a little bit, because you're going to be working with some power and some strength. So be focused, try and aim every single punch straight towards me. And can you see that my feet are just pivoting slightly? So if you can just keep your feet moving, it just allows you to develop a full amount of power from the floor all the way to the face. With 15 seconds to go, can we speed up a little bit more? Keep those jabs and those cross punches coming straight towards me. Keep aiming head height. The last 5 seconds, a little bit quicker again if you can. And relax there. Now we move on to our last exercise. It's going to be a press up. So I'm just going to change my hand position so it is flattened against the band. I'm going to go down to the floor. Now I'm going to start you off with some press ups on your knees to begin with. So using the band behind you, let's lower you down, push yourself away, and then repeat this. Now I want you to lower your hips and your chest right the way down towards the floor. So you get a full range of movement. Now the other option of doing these exercises, and I'll show you for the second half of this 45 seconds, is we can do the full press ups on the toes as well. So dig your toes underneath the body, come up into a full plank position, then lower your whole body down, and then be strong as you push off the floor. And again, lower the body down, reset, be strong, and then push off the floor in one movement. Let's do it again. Last ones. Good work. So that's a finish to our resistance band workouts. I hope you enjoyed them. If you want to watch these back at any other time, then please do, and we look forward to welcoming you back to more classes soon.
Thank you, Matt. Resistance bands are great and not that expensive either. I didn't have mine, so I did some of that without, and still a brilliant workout. So well done, Matt. What do you have planned this week then? Are you working from home? You may have drifted into the vortex of having Zoom calls all day. Whilst it's good to be connected, When is it too much, and how do we take control? Here to help us with that is Leigh Purves.
Hi, I work as a journalist and broadcaster, so most of my working life I'm totally about technology. Not to mention the fact that as well as using it professionally, I've also been using it personally, I'm sure like most of you. One thing that I've learned can really help with this Zoom lethargy that we're all feeling is by taking control. You know, you don't have that on-off camera option there for no reason. Feel free to turn it off. Sit and do your work in your gym jams if you have to. You know, you're not going to offend anyone by turning it off in a conference call. Another thing that I've been doing is really working out if that Zoom conference call is actually a priority or if it's not. We seem to be having more meetings for the sake of it, you know? So really work out if that meeting actually has to happen or if you're just going to come away feeling drained from yet again more communication. And it's the same with those midweek friends calls with a gin and tonic on a Wednesday night. You know, do you really need to communicate like that? Pick up the phone, it's more informal, more personable, and personally I prefer it.
Some great advice there, Leigh. You're right then. Do we really need to connect all the time via our internet? Maybe a change is to make a call. Thanks for that, Leigh. We've had loads of great expert advice on the show so far. For more of this and a recap of all the workouts and more, please visit our website, bestfittv.co.uk. That's it then. Time to take on Monday. See you tomorrow. Remember, stay home, stay fit. I'll leave you with this week's schedule.